again, I encourage anybody, like even the dry January, I'm like, just do it. Like, see what feels like, see what it does. But it's so interesting how quickly people are like, go right back. Like, I can't wait until February 1st. I'm like, or, people always say
reward myself.
Reward myself. Right. I'm like, what about all the good that you just got out of that? But people will oftentimes say like, you just quit? Like you don't crave it? And I'm like, no. Me personally, I recognize that people do have cravings. I'm not, dismissing that. Personally, for me, it was just like a choice. Like I was just like, I'm choosing not to do it. I also choose to not, eat a Big Mac every night. I also choose, it's a choice. And so it's a choice for me to live my life healthier. And I would talk about it with anybody, and I don't want to be that person, but I sort of want to be. Where like if someone's drinking a glass of wine, I really want to be like, is that serving you? I don't do that, but I really want to be that person because I want to for everybody. Because I'm like, you can dive in and like literally workshop every idea and go deep and like feel the feels. But people are like, no, thank you. I'll have a Chardonnay and I'll feel the feels that way. Well, the more people talk about it and normalize that, right? Like, thankfully, you all are doing this beautiful podcast and talking about it and doing the work that you're doing. Like, we just need more people that are normalizing a sober lifestyle and recognizing that, like, when you say you're not drinking, there are three things people think. You're either, as a woman, you're either pregnant, you're either sick, or you're an alcoholic.
There's no good option.
There's no good. There's no like choice of just like, I'm not interested. And so if we can continue to normalize that and encourage people, and I think it's like, just a lack of exposure. I mean, like even so many sober people. There's so many sober millionaires and billionaires in this country and celebrities and like, but people don't necessarily share that. Like you don't kind of need to look a little bit. And so I feel like if there was more folks talking about it, and we're doing this today, talking about this and normalizing it, my hope is that like people don't have to feel that you have to be an alcoholic per se to stop drinking. You could be a person that is just not benefiting your life and opting not to drink and not feeling any shame or judgment associated with that.
Well, and I think that's where it really takes like being comfortable and being brave, because I think a lot of people who do admit it, it's like, no, I can't do that. And it's like, well, you could, but you're choosing not to. And that's empowering. And so reframing it in a way that makes it seem like a good thing, not a bad thing. Like I can't do it because I my life will be ruined if I do that. More like I'm choosing not to do this because my life is better without it. And I think that's a lot of owning it and being comfortable and being willing to stand up to the social norms and being contrary to that. And that, requires, like you said, the uncomfortableness and being willing to be uncomfortable and not just going with the status quo because that's easier.